What it do, Black people? It's your girl, Jeray, and welcome back to another episode of the Melanin 360 podcast. Y'all, this month has been amazing. Let me tell you something. July owes me nothing. All right. First of all, I went to the Jay-Z concert. I was at Jay-Z 30. I'm still riding the high from that. If you have been following me on Instagram, you've seen the videos, you've seen the pictures. I cannot say enough about it. And as a 90s hip hop head, y'all already know that I was in absolute heaven. So I'm still riding that high. I also have a bonus episode of the show coming out. It was a collaboration with the Marquee Unfiltered podcast. And so they review their experience of Jay-Z 25, which was night 2. So we kind of talk about, the pros and cons, the differences between the two, and just our love for Jay-Z. So be looking for that bonus episode coming out. Also, by the time y'all see this episode, I would have completed my first live show. All right. So I'm very excited about that. We're going to do some great things, and I'm going to kind of do a follow-up show to talk about what that experience was like. And hopefully there'll be more live shows to come. We shall see. And last but not least, there's going to be a new schedule for the show. Going to talk about that later, but you have to follow me on social media. So you follow me on TikTok and Instagram, and I'll put that out there. But just stay tuned. It's going to be some changes coming. All right, for the fall. And I hope y'all are excited about it as I am. So without further ado, for those of you that are watching on YouTube, which you should be watching me on YouTube, I have a guest this week. And I love having guests. It's so cool to just bounce things off of somebody else and just have, a little girlfriend conversation. So my guest is host of the Dirty Roses podcast.
All right.
Also a fellow HBCU grad.
Okay.
I'm always repping my HBCUs.
Always.
Forever and a day. Shout out to Bowie State Bulldogs. There we go. Black and
gold.
gold.
Okay, go ahead, though.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So anyway, I have Miss Leigh LaRie here, but I'm going to allow her to introduce herself fully. So, hey, Leigh, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much for having me, because I love this. This is dope. Okay. Secondly, yes, bouncing ideas off of each other, because we gonna kiki today.
Yes, we
are
are.
going. I do this a lot, so we gonna.
It's
do
okay.
All day. All of it. I love it. Yes, but I am Leigh LaRie. I am the host of Dirty Roses podcast. I do hail from the state of Portland, Oregon, which interestingly enough is the whitest city in America. But
I was going to say, can you hail from
I don't
Oregon?
know.
Is that a thing? I don't know.
Can we? I don't know.
But you know what? You're going to hail today.
I'm going to hail. You know what I'm
It's
saying? I'm going to hail. Wherever I raise hell, I bring hell, and I'll be the pain. I do it all. But no, I am super excited. I have a podcast. It's about dating, love, relationships, healing, all the things. And we talk everything from sex, relationships, wellness, to dating men in prison. All the things.
Speaking of dating men in prison.
Uh-oh.
No, not me.
Okay, I was going to say, girl, come on the show. Come on.
Do you watch Love After Lockup?
Yes.
Girl,
Addicted.
That is my show. That is my show. And I'm mad I missed it last night, but I'm going to watch it. I recorded it, so I'm going to watch it later.
The way that I love the love, but also yell at my TV screen every time they come on, I'd be like, really?
I do too. It is a ham sandwich, a hot ass mess, but I love it. I'm addicted to it. So okay, all right.
Yes.
I'm glad I ain't the only Black person that watched that. Cause
absolutely not. I do be watching it just for the Black people, though. I will say that.
Mm-hmm. And there's like a whole Baltimore love triangle that's going on right now. Have you been watching it this season?
No, I have not. Oh God.
Oh girl.
Oh God.
Yes. A mess. But anyway, okay. I digressed.
I'm about to catch up.
So, if you've been listening to the show, you know that before I get started, kind of as an icebreaker,
yes.
I always ask my guests to give me one of their favorite 90s hip hop or R&B songs. Because I feel like if we know your musical taste, it allows the people to know more about you. At least that's how I feel.
Gotcha.
So do you have a song for this week?
Yes. So I was addicted to Donnell Jones.
Okay.
in my time. So my go-to song is I have two.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
So I loved his rendition of "Knocks Me Off My Feet."
Mhm.
That kill that song all the time. But then "Where I Want to Be," girl, I'm talking about heartbreak, love, everything else in that one song. Does me in every single time.
I love Donnell
Me
Jones.
too.
Donnell, what are you doing now?
He's hat-fishing people right now, like
What?
yeah, like Neo on some real hairline hair type
Oh,
stuff.
man,
Yeah,
no. I mean,
yeah.
well, we just want music, Donnell. You ain't gotta make no videos. But
Just sing a song for us. A couple.
yeah, a little music would be great. Yeah, I love Donnell Jones.
Yeah,
I
he was
really did.
dope. I mean, if you wanted to go hip hop, I definitely was like a No Limit soldier
Mhm.
through and through. Cash Money
Mhm.
Millionaires. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, I had a
Mhm.
soldier rag
Okay.
and I swung it around everywhere I went. hmm In Portland, Oregon. I did.
Ooh, we deserve hazard pay for being No Limit soldiers back in the day. We really
Listen,
do.
the way that
Veteran
we was,
status.
cause them little shuffles that Master P was doing, that was a real thing on the
Mhm.
verses. That little shuffle step he would, yeah, that was a real thing. We did that while we was swinging a rag around, talking about I'm a no limit soldier. Yeah, all
Oh
of
my
that.
gosh. Okay, so my song, I went kind of a different route
Okay.
today, and it kind of has something to do with dating, love, relationships in a
Okay.
roundabout hood kind of way.
Uh-oh.
So I picked.
Pop that pussy bitch. No, sorry, my bad. Go ahead. My bad. Go
I have an off story,
ahead.
a off camera story I'm gonna tell you about Luke, but
Uh-oh.
we can't talk about that right now.
Ooh.
But I
Okay.
picked Roughneck by MC Light.
Ooh.
Okay.
Gotta get you a roughneck.
Yes. So,
Hey.
I always had to give a little history about the song. The song came out in 1993. And I picked this song because me liking this song and Roughnecks back at 13 was the start of a
Not
string of
so.
bad choices. Okay? String of bad choices.
Listen.
I like to tell people all the time the moment that I chose Another Bad Creation over The Boys, and I chose Jodeci over Boys to Men,
Mm.
it wasn't gonna be good. It wasn't gonna be good. But I'm
Oh,
reformed now. I'm
okay.
reformed, but
Okay.
it was the classic, good girl likes bad boy, college girl wants
I
hood dude.
wholeheartedly feel you on that. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know why that's
Yeah.
a thing.
Oh, I know why.
Why?
We like because you probably are a dominant woman in your industry and whatever that you do, right? So you take charge, you lead, you do a lot of things where you're in control.
Mm-hmm.
And it has somebody that can come in and kind of sit your ass down a little bit. That's
That's true.
sexy as fuck.
That's
Well,
true.
I ain't gonna
It
lie.
is. We like to be told to sit
We
down. Now
do.
don't overdo it. Okay.
Mm-mm.
But we do like to
I
kind
don't
of
know.
be like
I like it overdone. Oh, go
we do
ahead.
kind of like to be like, okay, all
All
right.
right, David. I'll sit down. Go ahead.
So yeah, when I was thinking about this episode, and I was like, yeah, that really, I've grown and matured,
Mhm.
but back then, teens into 20s and early
Yeah, you
30s,
need
like,
excitement, all this
yeah,
stuff.
that was a problem.
Yeah, done my fair share of hood activities.
Yeah,
I don't sound
basically.
like it. That's probably my appeal, I got away with a lot of stuff.
So getting down into what I like to call the meat and potatoes
Oh,
of the
buddy. I
episode.
do like potatoes.
I know I am. Well, let me ask you. Okay, so
Okay.
my status right now, I'm single,
Mhm.
right? And I noticed there's like been this thing going around on social media with women that are, we're like, I'm single, but there's a man that's not my man, but he's my man, but he's not my man. But I'm also
Mhm.
single. So that's
Mhm.
kind of where I'm at with that. So now
Mhm.
you are not single
I'm
currently.
not.
Okay, come on off the market.
Oh, yeah, it was a stretch. Oh, God.
Okay.
Yeah. I was married, and I was married for 16 years, but together with a person for 22. So,
Okay.
yeah, did my entire adult life with a person, and
Okay.
then became single, and I was like, "What the fuck is happening? Like, why did I decide to do this, or why is this a thing?" I
Mm-hmm.
learned that my friends' dating stories were real, like the
Mm-hmm.
horror stories. I wasn't prepared for the realness of what was to come in my singleness. And yeah, now I'm off the market.
Okay, kudos to you. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, being on the market, it's wild out there.
It is so terrible. Oh
These streets
god.
is wild. That's all I could say. Like in my immediate friend circle, we have a hodgepodge. So it's a few of us
Mhm.
that are single, a couple of us are in committed relationships but not married, and then
Yeah.
we have some that are married. So, we're a little mixed smash of
Mhm.
things, and so it makes for interesting conversation,
I
which
bet.
I enjoy
Yes, yeah.
because I've been the friend where everybody else is married,
Oh.
and it's like, this isn't
Yeah,
fun.
it's well, here's the thing. When someone's happily married, it's not fun to be the single person around a happily married person because they're probably really involved with their person. I was the fun person. I ain't gonna lie, I was not happily married. It was horrible. So I didn't act single, but I definitely went out to escape. So I hung out. I kicked it. So I have a hodgepodge of friends too. Married for a long time. They were dating for a long time. I've got people that have been single their entire lives, haven't had a long relationship at all. So it's a good combo. Yeah. And I was
Mhm.
writing that's how my podcast actually got started because I was writing a book based on all their dating stories because they would tell me what was going on. And I
Mhm.
just started jotting stuff down. I was like, oh, this is book worthy. What? So
Mhm.
like is it yeah,
Mhm.
the hodgepodgeness of it all.
So, from when you were dating,
Yes.
right? What were some of the things that you hated or loved the most?
Mm. I love variety. It
Okay.
was good. I'm a multitasker, I ain't gonna lie. So I would say juggling men that I didn't care about was easy, and not
Mhm.
in a sexual way, but just being able to, like, this person has really intellectual conversations. This person, is the exciting person. This person, can kinda, like they like to go out and eat, like, it's fun to kinda test the waters and things, but, the part that I hated was that I hate generalizations, but I would just say that the men that I encountered felt that they were very high value, and they weren't. Um, and I take accountability. I will. I'll say, clearly I've learned my lesson that I have a type, a type of man that I ended up always choosing, which led me to these janky ass fake high value people.
Yes.
But I hated that part. I hated that I hold myself on a pedestal that I haven't even built, that I have no idea how I got here. I don't know how I got up here. Like they just didn't meet the qualifications that they were trying to exhibit, and
Mhm.
rather than work on themselves to get there, they try to bring you down to their level or pull you
Yes.
down to make themselves feel better.
Yes.
So there was quite a few of those. Off camera, we were talking about my flued out date where
Mhm.
I was sorely disappointed. This man owned 3 houses, really chopped, like, had it big, sent me money for a ticket, like, right away. I was like, "Oh, you got your shit together." Flew out to a whole fucking trap house. So,
Mhm. Yeah,
yeah.
he wasn't descriptive of what type of house. That's the
No.
problem.
No, not at all, or
That's like,
the type of tenants,
yeah, that's
like
like I
that.
got 3 cars. I'm like, yeah, well, a 73 Pinto and
A Ford hatchback and
exactly,
that
like,
old ass BMW that all the people have that didn't even
girl, I'm like, I mean, yeah, you do own 3 cars, sir, but Imma need for you
and
the
they all paid off, sis, you know what I'm saying?
mhm, mhm. I'm like, yeah, because you got it from the junkyard, but
That part, the pick and pull, got you, got it.
so I would say the thing that is kind of, 2 sides of the coin, people
Mhm.
always say, "Date multiple people and don't commit to one person while you're out there."
Yeah.
I'm not built like that.
Yeah.
I wish so bad
Mhm.
that I was, and I have tried, right? But I'm lazy when it comes to that because it's
Really?
like
At least you know.
I tried at one point, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was like, so I gotta do 3 calls at night, and then I'm texting 3 people
You gotta have
during
them
the
on a
day, and
rotation,
I gotta
sis, you gotta
remember what I
know.
said to who, and, like, I went on a work trip, and all 3 of them were like, "Let me know when you get there," and I'm in the airport like, "Hey, I'm here."
Copy,
Hey, I'm
paste,
here.
copy, paste.
I would come back up to the
Oh,
room
God.
exhausted. I'm like, oh, I gotta call 3 niggas, and
Oh,
they all
God.
want to talk for like 20 minutes. Like, I just,
Oh.
so and what
See?
happens is I always find one that I like a little bit more,
Mhm.
and I kind of start
You invest in that person.
gravitating
Yeah.
towards that person. And even if me and that person don't wind up like in a full-blown relationship, that's still the person that's getting
That's
most of
facts.
my time,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
because I like who I like, and I don't want to spend time with people I don't like.
I feel you on that. Well, no, that's real because I am a very monogamous-esque person. So,
Mhm.
like, while I like variety of the conversations and the activities and the fun things, not sexual again because that's not my steez, but I do gravitate. Whoever's able to hold me intellectually is the person that I actually end up spending more of my time with. And it's funny that you say like, "Oh, 20 minutes." I was like, "Oh, girl, I'd be on the phone for like hours."
I
Like
mean,
hours, like 10, 12 hours.
and we'll see, and I say 20 because that's like the minimum you can do
Mhm.
without like it feeling like, damn, you rushing me off the phone. Because I could always be like, oh,
That's funny.
I'm traveling for work. I've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
working like 10
Mhm.
hours a day. I'm tired. So
Uh-huh.
I could kind of get away with that. But like you said, yes,
Yeah.
when I was at home, the phone dinging and people calling, like I was like, oh my God, I can't. So that's kind of like the love-hate side of it.
Yeah.
But also what's really annoying is you never really know what you're going to get. And I understand that
That's
people,
facts.
they say that you date their representative at
Representative,
first,
yes.
but guys, I think, put on more of a front than women.
Oh, for sure. For
And
sure.
I tell my male friends all the time, like, listen, if you meet a girl and all you want to do is hit, you'd be surprised how many of us would be like, cool,
Okay. That's all you
bet.
wanted? I
I'll
got
like,
needs too.
let me know what box to put you in, bruh. And if
That
that's what
part.
you want, I'm either gonna say bet, or I might say, nah, I'll pass. But more of us are gonna say it's cool. You know what I'm
That's
saying? Because then we won't get our feelings hurt
that part.
as much. But you start off with the phone calls and the whining and the dining just for, a couple weeks later to get it, and then you ghost. And it's like, what
Yeah.
why we had to go through all that?
That part. See, and I was the ghoster.
I have ghosted.
Cause it was like, we get into these situations where you're like, "Okay, we done had the conversations, they cool, we done got past the levels," and then I'd be like, "And that was all you had to offer? That sex was trash, like,
Mm.
and now I don't even like you no more, so we just not gonna talk no more." Yeah. So
Listen.
then that's the represented. I'd be like, "Nah, that's a horrible representation. Like, just tell me
Yeah.
your dick is a little."
I ghosted somebody last
Just
year. I kind of feel a little bad about it,
oh,
but
no.
I didn't like him.
Uh-huh.
I didn't like him when we met. Um, like, I mean, when I said I didn't like him, like, he was cool, but I knew I didn't like him,
Like
like,
that.
in that way.
Yeah.
But, your friends will be
Mm.
like,
Just give him a
girl,
try,
like, you
girl.
ain't gotta marry the nigga, like, just have a good time. And that's what happened.
Mhm.
And it was like, he cool, but I'm not feeling him. And then, other things weren't great. And then I just was like, I don't want to do this
It be the
anymore.
ones that you don't like that you feel the most played by sometimes if you let it go too far.
Mm-hmm.
Because you let somebody convince you to go outside your box or give the person a chance or just have fun. And then you start to like the person. You'd be like, okay, well, it's cool. And then you get played. You'd be like, what? Like, you weren't even my type. Like, what the fuck? No, what? Like, you thought. Like, what you mean? Yeah, I learned my lesson that way too.
So I know I have some,
Uh-huh.
but do you have any funny date stories
Girl, all of them.
or disastrous date stories?
Literally getting flued out to a trap house. Yeah, that was
Yeah, that's
bad.
wild.
It was really wild.
He
Like,
expect you to stay there?
so here's what happened. What happened was my very first time getting flued out, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know.
I've never been flued out.
I've only been flown out twice.
I'm slightly
Yeah.
jealous.
The second time was better, but that one was a fail too. Because we took me to Mexico, but that was a fail.
Oh.
But the first one, my first time, so I didn't know. I actually came out to Virginia to visit my co-host. And we went to this oyster bar, and there was some go-go music because she didn't turn me on the go-go music, right? So
course.
we little
Listen,
go-go band.
because you know I'm a PG County girl. Okay,
Listen,
so I am
one
go
in the
down.
morning.
Go down.
Listen, okay. So, anyways, we're at this club and we're getting ready to leave, and there's these two guys sitting there, and they kind of started chatting with us, whatever. So we just chat with them. She's talking to the friend. I'm talking to one guy. Cool, whatever. Exchange numbers. We was calling each other before I even left town. Like, I was at her house kicking it and we're on the phone. So he's like, I really to carry this conversation on. I'm like, bet, cool. So we started talking. When I got back home, he's like, yeah. He's like, when am I going to see you? I was like, well, I'm probably not going to be in DC for a few more months. He's like, nah, I can't wait that long. And I was like, oh,
Okay,
tell me
okay.
something. I was like, when a nigga take charge, I'd be like, okay. So he literally cashed at me the money for a ticket and sent me like $1,000. And I was like, you lucky I'm not a scam. Like, this was before, where am I scamming? Because I really could have kept that money and then just blocked him. I felt like I should have. No
But
one
he
know
really liked you, because most stories I hear about people getting
Yeah.
flued out, the guy asked for your info and they purchased the ticket and sent to you.
Yeah.
He straight sent you the money.
Yeah, well, I told him I wouldn't do no buddy passes. I'm not doing that.
Because you could have like blocked him and kept the bread.
No, high key. No, I really could have. And
Okay.
looking back, I feel like I should have.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so I bought the ticket. In that time, I had looked him up on, little registries and all this stuff. He had a
Yeah.
few charges that were very minimal, like things that we'd already talked about. So I was like, okay, cool. Some theft stuff like back in his heyday. So he was like, he's a little bit older than me. So,
You'll be like Bad Boy, so it's fine.
Right. So it was okay. Like, it wasn't like, as long as you wasn't harming nobody, raping nobody or whatever, we good, like rob a few people, we good, whatever.
Exactly.
Right. So a couple drugs. So, they were old, so it was okay. So I was like, okay, cool. So he told me about the houses that he owns. So I was like, okay, cool. So I looked at the addresses. I was looking up everything. I was looking at addresses.
You was on Google Maps and all of that.
For sure. Zillow, Redfin, all that. I was like, yep. So I seen like his name was registered. I mean, like everything he was telling me was legit. I was like, okay, the houses, we're typical DC houses.
Yeah, they was
So I was like, okay, cool. He had tenants in his houses, everything. So I was like, all right, cool. He got a few cars. He showed me a couple of them. I didn't see all of them. So I was like, okay, they're not nothing to gloat over, but they're not bad. Like they're just,
He's regular dude.
regular,
And nothing wrong with regular.
Right. So the only thing that was the issue was I didn't notice that he was on crutches when I met him, but he had been sitting down and we never really stood up. So I was like, okay, he had gotten into a motorcycle accident. He had some reconstructive surgery on his knee, thigh area. So I was like, okay, cool. It was like, not a big deal, whatever. I was like, that's not going to impact anything, is it? Because I was like, you wholeheartedly, first of all, if you get flued out, you already know what the deal is.
And let me just say this, and I hate to put this out there for women, but at the same time, you have autonomy over your body to say no. So let me be very clear on that. However, use your brain. If a guy is flying you out and spending hundreds of dollars, you don't have to do anything, but I need for you to know that he expects it.
Yeah,
not saying you have to.
Right.
Just know what you're walking into.
That part.
That's all I'm saying.
That part.
Okay, go ahead.
That part.
Just wanted to put that out there.
We grown.
For my young ladies.
That part. So we grown. So I was like, okay, no, that don't impact performance or anything. He's like, nah, we good. I'm like, okay, cool. All right. So he picks me up. I go to my friend's house because I was like, I didn't really want to pick me up from the airport. I wanted to go home to her house. I freshened up a little bit. So he picked me up from her house in the car. But I was like, first red flag. He had construction stuff in the back of his car. And I was like, well, he is a landlord. Maybe there was stuff. I don't know. Maybe he had to go fix something. I was like, okay.
For those that are listening, I have my hand on my head right now. If you can't see what I'm doing, but okay.
Listen, when you note red flags, you just pay attention to them instantly. Please do not ignore them, because I sure was like, oh, okay. I'm the one I make excuses. I was like, he's a landlord. He's got 3 properties. Maybe he had to go do something. Okay, no big deal. We pulled up to his condo. Now, I'll say this about DC. I learned that they took a lot of military housing and a lot of projects, and they repurposed them into condos. So
did he live in Berry Farms?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
But
because I was about to be like, child.
Listen,
okay.
but from the outside looking in, they look very project-esque, brick buildings all over the place, right? But I've seen the inside of some of them. My friend lived in the nice one that they were remodeled. Everything was nice on the inside. So I was like, not judging from the outside. Second red flag, we pulled up to his parking spot, and his spot's right in front of us, right? So we're getting out the car and we're looking at his spot. And he's got that green fake grass turf on his porch.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And like some lawn chairs. And I was like, oh. And then there was a bunch of like old drunk niggas outside, like walking around, and he's dapping it up at everybody. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not judging who lives where. Anybody could live in a nice condo, right? Third red flag, walking inside. From the view of the door, you can see tile, linoleum, fake wood, carpet, all within the eyesight of walking in. Like there was 4 different floor types before I even walked in the house. And he had a fish tank it was a turtle tank that had like a little bit of water in there, filthy as fuck. And a turtle was like swimming towards a glass. Like, get me out of here.
Niggas
Get
stay
me
with a
outta
fish
here.
tank, don't they?
They do.
What is that
They do.
about?
I don't know.
Drop down in the comments and let me know what's up with
Please.
with Negroes
Because
and
my
fish
ex
tanks.
had a fish.
I wanna know.
God. I think old drug movie days, they always had big ass fish tanks, like Scarface and all that. Made them feel cool.
Maybe that's what it is.
Might have been. Girl, going house fucking filthy. I'm talking about laundry piles everywhere, paper everywhere, and I'm literally like, you had a month to clean this up before I got here. Like, you knew I was coming. Like, what you mean?
Yeah.
So he sits on the couch instantly, just chilling, and I'm like, okay, where's the bathroom? So I go to the bathroom.
Oh, Lord.
Girl, fly traps hanging from the ceiling. The toilet was so dirty. I literally was like, hey, where's your scrub brush? Because I can't sit on that. And he's like, oh, it's in there. Like, he just told me where it was at. I was like, oh, God. I called my friend. I said, girl, I don't know what the fuck to do. She's like, you want me to come get you? I was like, I don't know. I feel obligated to be here because I'm like, I took his money. Again, autonomy, right? You can leave. You don't have to stay. I just didn't know what to do because it was my first time, and I felt like I didn't want to be a gold digger. I didn't want to be that person being judgy, but I just
Girl, there was no gold to dig.
There was no gold to dig. He had promised me that we were going to take a trip to New York to go see The Lion King. He had a whole thing mapped out, wherever. We talked about it. It was a whole thing. So I was like, okay, cool. So that's going to be like 2 days down the road. I was like, I got to make it through 2 days. Well, I said, what are we doing now? I was like, I'm kind of hungry. So he does drive me out. We do go eat. He asked me for all the places I wanted to eat at. Gave him a list. We went to almost every single place. He paid for everything. I'm talking about no less than $200 per meal that we ate. So I'm like, okay, there was that. But I'm like, where's this energy for your house? Like, what you mean? And how do you own 3 of these?
And he wants you to sleep there? Child.
Nigga, we talking about old black satin sheets that I don't know if he washed them before I got there. It was so bad. It was so bad. And then to top it off, he had a little dick.
Oh, not you went 3,000.
I did.
3,000 miles for that.
And eventually, like, by the last day, my friend was picking me up, and I was going to spend the rest of my time with her because we had some other podcast stuff to do. And I was like, girl, come get me now. He's like, I can drop you. Oh, no. She's going to get me. It's fine. I'm good. Definitely, like, never talked to him again. And he was in his feelings, like, for real. He was like, oh, I did not show you a good time. Not at all. No, not at all. I was so devastated.
Yeah.
It was the worst. From there, I was like, I got to ask all the questions if I ever get flown out again. Because I was like, I wasn't turned off from getting flown out, but I knew for sure that I need to ask more questions. I need you to FaceTime me and show me your place. I need you to, like, take me on a tour of your house with the FaceTime camera. I need you to show me everything. Like, go outside, stuff like that. I literally will ask all those questions now. Yeah. So that was my horrible first time.
Yeah.
I've gotten taken out on a date where a guy asked me out and I ended up paying. It was a young guy. Shouldn't do it. Don't have an age limit and stick to it.
I've never dated more than a couple years younger than me.
Oh, God.
And I feel like I don't want to.
The 20 and 30-year-olds was at me heavy.
They are.
And they was coming with that action. I'm talking about niggas my age was not about that business. Like, they was like, they wanted to be chased. I was like, who's the bad bitch in the relationship, me or you? Because I don't understand why I'm chasing you. Like, this is not my angle. I can't do it.
I had a young guy. He delivered me Instacart. Right.
Okay.
And this is around the holidays. And so, you can tell when you're shopping for someone what they might be cooking. Right.
Right.
And so I had got like a couple bags of collard greens. I had got some black eyed peas.
Okay.
I was doing,
She said she cooked.
Yeah, I was doing auntie things. Right.
Okay.
So the guy he couldn't have been maybe 25, right? So he brings his stuff to my house, and I'm like, thank you. How you doing? I'm like, I'm fine. He was like, yeah, whatever his rap name was, I don't remember what it
Shut
was.
up.
He was like, yeah, my rap name is so-and-so, but my real name is John. You can call me John. I was like, okay, how you doing? Like, please give me my groceries so I can go. Oh, you cooking.
Oh, God.
Your nails cute. Let me see. I mean, I'm saying, I was like, sir, I was like, I need to get his time. But he was rapping real hard. Like, he really was trying to talk to me. And I went in the house, I called my homegirl. I was like, girl, this fucking fetus just tried to
Not
talk
the
to me
fetus, not the
at
walking
the door.
fetus.
I was like, the young
Yo.
dudes is coming
They
strong.
did.
But I can't do it.
Oh, God.
They want to go out during the week. It's a school night, sir. I can't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm talking about, like, out. Like, I was kind of talking to one, and Wednesday night, he like, yeah, we about to go to the spot. I'm like, happy hour over. It's 8:30. Where we going? It's Wednesday. I gotta go to work in the morning, sir. You ain't gotta be there till like 9:30. I was like, it don't matter.
Oh, God.
No.
Oh, God.
The aunties that are over 40, we home by 8. After work and drinks. That's what we doing. So
that is hilarious. Yeah. No, one of my best dates was with the younger guy. He was 32, I think, and I was 41, I think.
That's about how old this guy was.
Yeah. But he was such a I mean, honestly, like I said, this guy actually set the bar real high for all future dates. Like, he held doors open, like, pushed me to the inside of the curb. He was real polite with the waiter. He was real, cool. I was like,
okay,
all right, moving forward. Y'all old ones got to get it together because the young guy, he's showing you up.
I guess I don't have any as bad as your food out story. There was this one guy a couple years ago I was talking to, and Lord help him, he's probably watching this.
Oh, God.
But he had a house, but however it was that his house was made, the steps to go to his basement was like straight up and down.
No.
Right?
Oh, no.
So he's like, you want to come over and chill? It was my first time at his house because I don't like to do that very early. But I feel like we had hung out enough for me to be comfortable.
Okay.
Right? So we were just going to listen to some music and maybe watch some TV, make a couple drinks, whatever. So I go over there. We're making drinks in the kitchen. And I had taken my shoes off at the front door because that's just what I do.
Black people's houses.
I'm walking down the steps and I hit the second step from the top and I had socks on.
Oh, no.
And when I tell you I fell from the top all the way to the bottom, right? All the way to the bottom. I had just got my hair done the day before.
Oh, no.
When I landed at the bottom, I had my cup. My drink was in the air, though. I saved.
Listen, we will save a drink real fast.
I saved the drink.
Listen.
But it was like he made like this tequila-based drink. Well, it was good. But when he did it, my hair, and I had weave in, sticky.
Oh, no.
I had tequila all down. Oh, my God. It was a mess. I have a mark right here.
You have a reminder.
Right? Rug burn. I've never had rug burn like that before.
Oh, my God.
And when you are post 40, you can't be falling down steps, bro.
You do not recover. No. Oh, God.
I haven't seen the ceiling like that. Like it was alternating between ceiling and floor at the same time.
Wait, did you roll or did you slide?
No. I rolled.
I'm sorry. This story just got so much better.
And I'm laying there. He like, damn, Ma, you all right? I'm like, I don't know. Oh my gosh. So, I mean, we continued the evening. Like, he gave me some, some shorts and a t-shirt to put on.
Your hair?
My hair was a mess, but to his credit, he cashed out me some money to go back and get my hair redone.
Oh, that was nice. Okay.
But, man, I was done. I get to work, and my homegirl's like, why you got that big bandage on your arm? I was like, child, I done fell down the stairs.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm a visual thinker, so you rolling down them steps is driving me. Oh.
There was another guy that I met. And again, all these things happen with guys who were not my type when I was like
Yeah.
trying to go outside the
Yeah,
box.
yeah.
This particular guy, we went out to eat. And first of all, he tells me at dinner that he is the parent of a new son. Right. Now, I
Ooh.
knew when we talked, he was like, I have a son. And I was like, okay,
Right.
but we went out very shortly after we met.
Got you.
So I'm
Okay.
like, oh, his son was like just a couple months. And then he also tells me that his baby mama is his best friend.
Oh, hell no. I don't do female friends. Mm-mm.
I don't mind female friends, but the fact
Mm-mm.
that you just had a baby with her means that y'all
Yeah.
more than friends. Like, what is
Yeah.
happening here?
If your
Right?
dick has been in her mouth, you ain't friends.
Exactly. So the restaurant we was at was kind of an upscale sports bar.
Okay.
But not anything too crazy. Like for
Okay.
the first day, I don't want any man taking me to some super duper expensive restaurant because
Right.
guys' expectations.
Yeah.
And I don't want to deal with that.
Right.
So and I'm ordering regular food,
Mhm.
whatever. So our next stop, we were supposed to go to the Spy Museum downtown in DC,
fun.
right?
Okay.
So when we were at dinner and the bill came, he paid in cash, but he looked very nervous. And I'm watching his body language. It was almost if like the bill came to 90 and he had $100. Like it was giving very like, whew, all right.
Made it.
Exactly. So
Can't tip though.
we walked to the museum. Now it was cold outside. But we walked to the museum and we're in line waiting to get in, and then he starts doing the pocket pat. Oh, I think I left my wallet in the car. You mind getting the tickets?
Mm.
Now, did I have it? Yeah, I had it,
Mm.
but you invited me on a date
That
and you
part.
planned it. So I'm like, okay, fine.
Mm.
And I'm like, now we have been waiting. He waits until we had been in line for 10 minutes. And we're like 4
Shut
people from the front. And then
up.
he's like, I don't have the money
That's
for the
the
tickets.
play. Oh, for
Right?
sure.
We go through the museum. Now, he was a little bit of a bigger guy. And this nigga's sweating bullets. And I'm like, it ain't that hot in here. I'm talking about like just pouring
She said
down.
it's cold outside.
And I'm like, why are you sweating? Like, what is going on? So we go through the museum. Everything is cool. So we get outside and I'm like, well, did you want to take a taxi back to the car? Because we had parked like in this parking garage
Right.
on the other side of the city.
Right.
And he's like, well, did you want to walk? Fuck no, I don't want to walk. Are you crazy? Well, the bus is coming. He pulls out these bus passes and we get on the circulator bus. And I'm like, so I'm on a bus on the first date. Okay. Generally speaking, I ain't mad at a bus like for commuting back and forth to work. But I don't, why are we on a bus on the first date?
Yeah, no.
Why are we not in, like, this is kind of before Uber really became a thing.
Right.
And I'm like, why are we not in a cab?
Right.
Okay. We get to the parking garage. He told me that he was going to pay to get my car out the garage. This man is digging for change. I was like, just stop.
Oh, God, no.
Just stop. It's fine.
No.
And I left his ass. I hope he had enough cash to get out. I was like, because I'm
probably
gone.
Followed you real close so he could just ride your bumper. The arm didn't have time to come back down again,
Listen, the way I peeled out from that garage on 2 wheels, I was like,
God.
sir, and yeah, block.
No.
Yeah, I'm not doing this with you.
Oh, God.
I'm not doing this.
That's
but
great.
Yeah, man, the dating scene is it's really crazy. And one of the things I noticed is how much it's changed.
Yeah.
From way back when to now.
The courting back in the day, I would have appreciated that more had I been single during that time.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that people do stuff now, like, it's so social media app heavy. It's so like vibe, only like kind of a thing. Like everybody's going off of vibes. And I'm like, yeah, I do like a good vibe. I'm rolling with vibes, but I gotta have some context and some other stuff to go along with it.
Exactly.
And the expectations, it's flip-flopped. It's, it's, I don't know. It's just not what I thought was going to be. What I witnessed back in the day. Like, I would have liked that.
Yeah. And I think it's 2 things. I think that guys have gotten lazy, but I
Mhm.
also think that as women, the less we accept, the more
Facts.
guys think that it's okay. Because what I have learned is that men, for the most part, are not going to do anything that they don't think will work.
Right. Facts.
So if I can get some by taking you to Burger King, if that has worked for me 4 times in the past,
That is gonna
then
be
I'm gonna
my
keep doing it.
Mhm.
And if it don't work for you, cool. Imma get the next one because it's gonna work on
But see,
her.
it's never just cool. It's always like you high maintenance, you too much, you extra, da 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 da.
Mhm,
You want me for my money or whatever. Like I'm just trying to see where your mind is at. Like that's where it be getting me. Like if it was a cool, we're not on the same vibe. Cool, I can
mhm,
understand that you have an expectation to get some ass at Burger King. Cool, but that's not how it be. They
mhm.
really be like trying to flip it on you because now you done made them feel insignificant because they all
Exactly,
this stuff. So there's
exactly. Like, here's my thing about it. The whole gold digging thing. Are there gold digging women out there? Absolutely.
yeah,
There
facts.
are some. I've seen it and I hate it. I don't like
Mhm.
it. I don't subscribe to it. I don't think that we should be doing that as women. I think that we should be
Right.
getting our own. And I mean, any man that you get with should add to
You're
that.
right.
But you need to be maintaining
Right.
yourself, right?
Yeah.
However, okay, shout out to the little boy from my wife and kids. However, um, a lot of these guys out here, I don't know if they watch too many rap videos or
Mm.
whatever, but they think all women are gold diggers and they're
Mhm.
like, "Oh, she just want me for my money." And I'm like, "But you drive a Honda Accord from like 10 years ago, you got a 1 bedroom in like a regular
Right.
part of town. Like,
Right.
you good, right? But
Mhm.
like, where the gold at that I'm digging for? If I'm with you 9 times out of 10, nigga, I like you for you.
That part.
I'm not with you for your money, boo.
That part.
I'm not.
That part.
And
But I
I
do
don't
have the
know why.
expectations
Yeah,
that you gonna treat me to a date.
exactly.
That part.
And it doesn't have to be super duper extra
Facts.
all the time. Like, I know a lot of men say that we're lying when we say this, but we do like picnics. We like walks in the park. Okay.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
We like going to museums. We like
Mhm.
long late night drives with
Yeah.
some snacks and we just vibing. Like, we like stuff like that.
I think we're more appreciative of quality time that you
Hmm.
put effort into rather than you're putting effort into a show. I don't
Yes.
need the show. I need the time. I need the attention. I'm good. It could be a walk in the park. It could be walking down these fucking cobblestone ass streets out here. Fucking horrible. But I mean, and I'm good for a coffee date too. I love coffee date with conversation. I love a good
Listen,
coffee date.
to anybody that's out there listening that's interested in dating a podcast host,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
for a first date, I actually prefer a coffee date or ice
Mhm.
cream date or
Facts.
something like that because again, one, I don't my time is very valuable
Mhm.
and I don't want to spend or be forced to spend an hour and a half at a restaurant with somebody that I realize in the first 20 minutes that I don't
Facts.
vibe with and I don't
Facts.
like.
Facts.
So now I feel like I have to stay. You've come up out the pocket with triple digit money.
Mhm.
Now you're pissed because either neither one of us like each other or you like me and you can tell that I don't like you.
That part.
And now you in your feelings. And now it's awkward,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's meet for coffee. Let's meet for apps.
Mhm.
Let's meet for, I love ice cream. Whatever. I ain't really
Y'all love
supposed to
ice
have
cream
it.
out here, don't y'all? That's a whole thing out
Yeah,
here.
it's a thing.
It is. I
It's a thing.
noticed.
Let's meet for something simple.
Uh-huh.
And if we decide after 15, 20 minutes that it's cool, then we can go for a walk or we can go see a
Right.
movie or we can go
Yeah.
get lunch. We can continue the date.
Yeah.
But if over, my matcha, I decide that I don't like you, then we could chuck up the deuces,
No love lost. It's a
Yeah.
good yeah.
You out
A
what,
clean break.
$8?
Right.
And
Facts.
then we can go on about our day.
That part. Yeah, that's my thing too. I tell people, I'd be like, I prefer the first date to be like an introduction. Like, let's see if our conversation holds in a space where there's no other things, distracting us, right?
Mhm.
If the conversation holds and we have a good time together, second date can be the amazing first date. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like a good second date always will get me because that means I was willing to see you again.
Exactly.
But if that first introductory piece, the ice cream, the coffee, the whatever ain't hitting, then
Mhm.
no one feels bad about it not working out.
Yeah.
And you can leave easily. Like for me, now I'm blind in one eye, right? So I tell people I can't go nowhere on the first day where I can't see. Like I can't leave on my own accord, bitch. We're not doing no clubs. We're not doing no lounge, dark bars. I got to be able to see. So it's gonna be daytime, and it's
Mhm.
gonna be at a place where I know how to get to and from without your help. Like,
Mhm.
cause I'm not doing it. Like I don't want to have to depend on you on my first day, and I don't even know if I like you like that. So
Right.
yeah.
And just tip for the guys, right? Because I love y'all too. If I was a guy, I wouldn't even want our first date to be somewhere where you get super glammed up. Because as women,
Mm-hmm.
we gonna beat the face, we contouring, you know what I'm saying? We got the Spanx on and everything on, whatever, whatever. If I was a guy, I want to see you at 2:00 on
Facts.
a Saturday.
Facts.
I want to see you in a cute little sweatsuit or some leggings or something. I
Mm-hmm.
want to see you as you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because who I might get at 8:00 at night at a fancy restaurant downtown
Facts.
ain't gonna be what you look like on Sunday morning necessarily.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So I'm just saying if I was a guy, not one,
Eh,
but dudes, listen, save yourself some money and also see what that lady look like at her real self. Because no woman worth anything is going to show up to Pete's Coffee or Starbucks or the local coffee shop
Right.
dressed like she on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's not gonna do it. If she a real bitch, okay, she not gonna do that. She gonna show up looking very cute,
Right.
but
Cute and
also
casual.
regular,
Right.
casual.
Yeah.
Okay,
Facts.
and that's what you want.
Yeah.
That's really
Facts.
what you want.
And be intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you show intention, that'll get you so far. Like, have the first part of the date plan. Like, and if things go well, have something in the back pocket for like after the first part of the date. Like, if the coffee goes well, and you're like, dang, I don't want this to end. Well, I know this spot down the street. Let's take a quick
Yeah.
walk. Have it in the back pocket. Just always have something ready because that's the
Yes.
best. That's the best time.
And if you're dating a woman of a certain age, and I'm gonna say of a certain age, meaning like 40 plus, right? Again, we
That
like,
refined wine.
yeah, we like those different things. Like, listen, for me, take me to a farmer's market on a Saturday. I love stuff like that.
The way my allergies be hitting, you don't want to do that. No, we're gonna end up in the ER looking like Hitch.
Take me to a farmer's market. Take me to a little seafood spot. Take me,
Mm,
just I like to be outside
yeah,
and
a good experience.
yeah. There you
Yeah,
go, an experience.
I like the memories.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And you want to be able to go back and tell your friend, like, girl, he took me to something random,
Something, yeah.
not just same old, or
Right,
we went to, whatever restaurant,
right, right,
yada,
right.
yada, yada.
Yeah.
Um, so we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier. How do you feel about dating sites and have you ever used them?
Yes. Oh God.
And which
Okay.
ones have you
Let me
used?
tell you. So,
Can we say that? Can we say the ones that we use? Okay.
okay. Well,
Okay.
I'll say I did Facebook dating. That was my segue into dating sites. First of all,
Trash.
it's trash because all the niggas that you know on Facebook. So it's like it's stupid. But that was my segue in because I was like, I'm already on Facebook. People use Facebook like dating anyways. Let me just go ahead and get the app. Plus the little icon kept popping up. It's like a trick. Like you'd be like blinking. I'd be like, why is it blinking? And you click
Mm-hmm.
on it and you're like, okay, might as well go through the thing. So I did that. Met a couple guys. Actually, that's how I met one person that I started talking to in Baltimore, how I even got introduced to the wine festival guy. Trash ass day too. But met him there. I think I met I'm gonna tell you this. East Coast men have not been very well endowed and they're not setting the bar very high. I'ma just say
I
this.
mean, I
I
ain't
ain't gonna
really
hold you.
had that
Oh,
problem.
man.
I
Well,
mean,
see, clearly
I've
I'm
ran
going to the
across a
wrong places.
couple.
Listen.
Ran across, but for the most part, that Mid-Atlantic region, we be
Listen,
okay.
listen, shout out to Woo Woo the comedian. So I went to a show and Woo Woo the comedian, she was on our side of town in Portland, and we were talking to her about the place that I've been to, people that I met, and I was saying, I was like, man, it's trash out there. She's like, girl, because you need to go to the Roots picnic. I said, oh,
Okay.
I need to go where the
I
outside
heard
men
Philly
be.
guys is where it's at.
That's what I heard
I've
too.
never dated a guy from Philly, but I've
haven't.
heard that that's
I haven't. My bonus dad was from Philly, and the way that my mom and his other girlfriends, and I was like, huh, maybe. I don't know. Guess I'll never find out. No, but for real, oops, I'm knocking stuff. The apps. I was on Facebook dating, thought it was a good transition. Did that for a second. I met a few cool people. It was, but it was just like I had better luck on actual Facebook. I made the mistake of doing. Oh, I don't want to say the name. It's a lady who has a newer app out, and she does live videos.
Okay.
I don't know if you know who I'm talking about, but she has these things where she goes live on Instagram and Facebook.
And she like hooks people up or something?
Well, no, you talk about yourself. She has like a set number of questions that she always asks you.
Okay, no, I haven't seen her.
And then you're supposed to show
Please don't ever let that find me.
and then at the end of your video, you show your profile on her dating app. So she has a dating app as well. And so it's her name and then Singles is the app. I don't want to say it because it was a bad experience. But I talked to somebody. She did. So I met somebody. I was watching a little live, and the guy was on there, and he was very like regular. He had just got divorced. He was taking care of his whatever he was doing, right? So and the women like kudos. Oh, what a good man. He's just looking for love, and he was a nice guy, right? So I didn't even slide his DM. I just hit I hit the like button on his little app, right? On his little profile. And that usually works for me. Like if I just like it, they'll holler at me later. So he hit me up and we talked and he was telling me about how good the experience was. And I was like, no, that's good for you. Like no pressure over here. I'm just having a conversation. He's like, yeah. He's like, you should totally do it. I was like, yeah, I should. Bitch. My ass got up on that fucking live. And I thought I was looking, I had my hair done. I was just regular t-shirt, jeans, whatever. And I was like, yeah, tell my little story. Girl, them motherfuckers ate me alive, bitch. When I tell you, them niggas said I look like a linebacker. I said, I'm reading the comments. I was like, and then, she asked you if you ever been married. I was like, yeah, I was married, divorced. I got 3 kids, whatever. Them niggas was like, oh, who wants a divorcee with 3 kids?
I hate that.
I said, but the nigga that was on here yesterday got all the love for having kids and taking care of his kids. I said, I didn't make myself be single mom. Like, that wasn't I said, okay, cool. But they was going hard. Then somebody else who I had talked to from the app saw me on the thing.
Oh, no.
Started calling me while I was on live. And the way phones work is if someone starts calling you while you're on a live, it knocks you off the live. So I got knocked off the live. I come back on. Then people in the comments like, oh, her baby daddy must have came in. Oh, da-da-da. Oh, that's the Seahawks looking for a team or a new player. I said, oh, God. I got off. And she was so nice to me, though. I'm going to say that she was so nice to me. She was like, oh, my God, you're a beautiful girl. My pictures on my app was cute. She was showing my little pictures and everything. I got a lot of hits, but they tore me up in them comments.
Cruel.
I promise you, I cried after I got off and I was like, oh, why did I do this? I'll never do this again.
Oh, that is terrible.
Yeah,
Why
I
would
haven't.
they do
And then she
that?
posts the videos afterwards on like her YouTube and everything.
Oh no! So it's just out there forever.
Oh, it's there. My co-host sent me. I didn't even tell nobody I was on it. My co-host, one of her friends, saw it, sent her the video. She posted. It was like, look at my co-host. I said, bitch, take that shit down right now. Take it down. She was like, why? It's cute.
Oh, she didn't watch it before she
didn't watch it. She didn't know. Like watching it, it was regular. It was fine. It was the comments that was it.
Okay.
Like one person, like she even had people that pays to have their questions asked. So somebody paid and was like, something like, so you gonna have some man? Because I said the kind of guy that I want to date, I want to be able to see this person be able to have authority over my children, right? Like I'm not gonna bring a man into my life, and if they're not able to help me raise my kids in a certain aspect, right? Like, and so when I said that, they took it the wrong way, and they were like, oh, so you gonna have some man come in here and just beat your kids? And I was like,
how did we get there?
Right? I was like. Clearly you don't have kids, or clearly you're just not a masculine person. I don't know what to tell you because that's not what I meant, and that's not even what I said. But it was just horrible. It was the worst experience ever. Even though I did meet some interesting people. I didn't even say I meet no good people on that app, honestly. Apps is just not it for me. I know some people who have met people, but I have not heard anybody have a good story for real, for real.
Now I have 2 of my friends that met their husbands on there.
Really?
One of them met her husband on, I think she met him on Black People Meet.
Okay.
And then my other girlfriend met her husband on Yahoo Singles.
See, I can't do Black People
Right.
Meet. My mom was
And
white.
you know how long that was a
Listen,
long time ago.
my mom was white, and she was on Black People Meet. I said, "Mom, just because you like black men don't mean you're supposed to be in them spaces. Like, that's not how that
Yeah,
works."
it's Black People Meet, not Meet Black
Right,
People.
right. And she was getting hits, and I was like, "These niggas don't know what the." I said, "Just not." Oh, go ahead.
My experiences have been trash. So
Mhm.
I will say the names of the ones that I was on because they're big name,
Yeah.
whatever. I was the first time I think I did Black People Meet. No,
Mm.
not good. And I think that's where I met Bus Guy on
I
Black People
love that
Meet.
we got nicknames for people
Yeah,
too. I love it.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
I met Bus Guy on Black People Meet. I met another guy on Match.com, and mind you, these sites are not free,
Reputable, right? You
right?
gotta
So like you're
pay.
paying. I met
Yeah.
another guy on Match.com, and turns out we went to have drinks. We went to like Fridays or something
Okay.
like that to have drinks. And he had taken another girl there earlier that day. And like the bartender recognized him that he was there earlier and like kind of blew his spot up. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I couldn't really be mad because I'm going to be single, but it
Right,
was
right,
like,
right. But come
damn, like you could
on,
have took her
be
somewhere
creative,
else.
right?
Like,
Like,
damn.
come on now.
I did that. I did Plenty of Fish.
Yeah, I heard that one's horrible. Oh, I heard it's the worst.
Oh, horrible. Absolutely garbage.
Okay.
I hope they've taken that down. I hope it don't exist anymore. Like
Damn.
I hope you go straight to hell. Um I've done Bumble,
Oh, and I heard that one was
which
bad.
we'll talk about Bumble in a second. I've
Uh-huh.
done Facebook dating, and I was like, yeah, we're finished.
Mhm.
I had no good experiences. And I've heard that they have some really air quote good ones now. They're
Mhm.
very pricey, but like you have to be interviewed to be able to get on the site. There for
Yeah.
like super professional women, and you got to make a certain amount of money, and the men
Yeah.
have to make a certain amount of money. And I had thought about it at one point, but
Uh-huh.
I was like, I don't know if I want to pay you $100+ a month to still meet a creep, because
'Cause they still gonna be
creeps come in
creeps.
all tax
That
brackets.
part, and when they make more money, they feel like they on the upper echelon of stuff.
Exactly.
They have a worse attitudes.
It's almost like the more money niggas make, the weirder they get.
That part, because they feel like they have a little power over you. Like they feel like, and they want women that are gonna be a certain submissive.
Exactly.
And I mean that in the term of dominatrix, submissive type. You know,
Uh-huh.
they want a submissive person.
And I was like, I'm not doing that. Now like Bumble is the one where y'all can't talk unless the woman
Oh, okay.
likes you.
Okay.
Right? So like the men can't just reach out
Yeah.
to you.
Okay.
So that part was kind of okay. So you wasn't getting like unsolicited stuff.
Mm.
But this brings me to another point that I wanted to talk about too. When I was on Bumble, there was a guy, like we had matched or whatever,
Mhm.
and we had been going back and forth in the app
Mhm.
all day or whatever. So, but we kind of kept missing each other because, on your phone, you don't be listening out for whatever little special
Right,
ding it
right,
is
right.
in there. So that evening, he had hit me up and he was like, hey, do you mind if we exchange numbers?
Mhm.
Because I really am enjoying talking to you, but it's hard to do on the app,
Right.
right? So I was like, cool. We can exchange numbers. If I don't like you later, I can just block you. It's
Right,
fine.
right.
So we're texting all night, and I'm laying there with my feet in the air, texting, laying on my stomach, like,
Yeah.
this is cute. I wake up the next morning and I see that he's texted me. I open up my phone and there's a whole meat shot
Oh, yeah, the dick pics are notorious.
on my phone.
Yeah, I have a catalog that, well, not anymore, but, yeah.
And I was like, Sir, I don't know you. What, huh? I don't even know your last name, so why do I know what your meat look
Why
like?
do I know where your veins go?
Yeah, I
Like,
don't. Why am I seeing the Franks and the Beans and I don't know your last name? What do we do?
oh
Please,
God.
I want guys to tell me what is it about
I
that.
don't know. I think that there is like a certain fetish with getting the response from a woman about that because I can't think of it being anything else. Because like, why are you unsolicitedly sending me something that I didn't ask for?
That's my thing. Now,
Yeah.
if you my dude, send
Hey,
away.
right,
Right?
right.
If we have had enter of the courses, send away. Cause
Now
I know,
send it beforehand so I know what I'm working with before I get it.
like, you know what I'm saying? If we've been there,
Oh
feel
gosh.
free, because I'm gonna be excited to see it. But
Right.
if we have not even
Yeah.
discussed it, if we haven't met, if
Mm-mm.
I didn't ask for it, if there wasn't a request, don't just wake up and just say, "Oh, I'm about to just
Now, do
take
you have
it."
an iPhone?
I do.
Do you do what I do? I
No.
save the picture, and then when you swipe up, you can see the time and date it was taken, even the location.
No, but I do
Mhm.
know somebody that has a album of
Mhm.
dick pics, and he just kinda,
That part. So
yeah.
that's why I'd be like, I do that. I'll do that to see like if it's an old picture. I'd be like, that wasn't for me. I don't want that shit. First of
Mhm.
all, like
Yeah.
don't send me nobody else's dick pic.
I mean, I'm about to say I'm all for, the environment
Right.
and recycling, but don't recycle that.
Mm-mm.
I don't want that.
Mm-mm. Not
Um,
sit on before the environment.
I just, like, I just want guys
Oh
to know
gosh.
that it don't matter what angle that you take it in, it's not sexy. It's,
I
unless,
don't know. I done
un
seen some pretty dicks
I was
now. I
about to
don't know.
say,
I
for
done seen
me,
a few.
unless it's one that I
Oh no, I done seen
am
some pretty
excited
dicks.
about or I've been there with, then it's like,
I done got a couple unsolicited ones, but I was like, bitch, look at this shit. I love a good Snickers bar, girl. I like a Snickers bar.
It's just, I mean,
Um,
I don't know. It is such a turn off for me. And then it's also for me, it's
uh-huh.
also a turn off when you want to talk about sex way early.
Yeah. Cause that lets me know where your mind is at. We good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like how I've only been talking to you for 48 hours and we haven't met and you already asking me questions
Right.
about that.
Right.
Or you're trying to steer the whole conversation to that. Cause now I'm like you said, I know where your head is at.
Right.
I either A, don't want to continue, or
Mm-hmm.
B, if we do continue, I already know where this is going.
That's all it
And
is. Yeah.
yeah,
Like I'm more of like a sapiosexual. So like if I'm not intellectually stimulated by
yep.
you, I'm not it still dries the Sahara
If you
down there.
can't get in
Yeah.
here, then
Yeah.
it's like,
It ain't happening.
whatever.
It's like dust. But for me, it's like I hate the ones where you have a really good conversation and then it turns that way
Hmm.
because it's really hard to go back if that, because they use that against you. Like I know I've had encounters. Lord, I can't talk. Encounters with people who know how I am as a
Hmm.
person, and they'll use that to kind of wiggle their way in. And they're like, "Oh, okay, cool, you cool." And then they switches, and I'm like, "Oh, you studied me. Like you know my habits, you know my likes and things like that." And because I'm such an open book and I'm a podcaster, so that shit doesn't help. But
Yeah.
people really feel like they know me to be able to like figure me out, and I'll be like, "Damn, you got me." Block.
Well, let me ask you this question.
Okay.
When you were single and you
Mhm.
were dating, how quick were you to tell people about your show? Like, would you tell them about your podcast so that they could?
Yeah, I need all the listens I can get. Fuck shit. It's business first and then pleasure. Listen.
Like,
Listen, no, if you like me, you will follow, like, and subscribe, and then you're gonna tell me which episode was your favorite. Abso-fucking-lutely. If you can't tell me that, you don't like me that much. Dead ass. I'm so dead. You could ask anybody I talk to.
Mhm.
Yeah, I will tell you about my podcast, and if you can't tell me what my podcast is about or what episodes you like, fuck you. I don't like you.
I know
Go
that's
move
right.
left.
My only thing about that, and I do, because when people
Uh-huh.
ask me like, what do I do?
Mhm.
And that is a very big thing in the DC area. When you meet somebody, it's very
Yeah.
much, what do you do?
Right.
Right.
Right. Right.
So I do lead with like the job, but
Mhm.
I do always talk about my show.
Yeah.
But in the back of my mind, I pride myself with my audience of being very open and very raw and
Yeah.
very honest. And I'm like, dang, if they go listen to it, like they gonna hear
But see,
a lot of shit. But then I also feel
yeah.
like, are they really gonna go through and listen?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I've had a few people binge listen and be like, "I really like your show." I be like, "Thanks." But the problem is with me is I am what I am. Like, on my
Mhm.
show, that's how I talk to people. Like, I'm not putting on, like, my my anchor voice or whatever, like, that's how I talk to
Yeah.
people, so
Yeah.
I'm very open and honest with men, like, when we talk about all the same things in a very mature adult way, not like in
Mhm.
a hypersexualized way, but that's just me, like, that's what I do, so I like it, like, go listen to my show so you can see how I am, if that's your type of person, cool, we can rock, we can talk, we can chat, everything, but if you hear how I talk on my show and that's not your steez, then you're not gonna like me, period.
I think it might be my own personal trauma.
Mm.
And, because I do really talk about what I've been through and
Right, right,
things
right.
like that, sometimes people can use things, but
That's true.
that's another episode
But
for
you know
another
what? To be
day.
fair,
Mhm.
my show was based on the fact that I was telling other people's dating stories. And
Facts.
so I wasn't I was just recently like going through my divorce and being single when I started the show. So I was very slow to share my personal experiences. So
Mhm.
it was probably safer for me, even though
Mhm.
how I talked was very free and open.
Yes.
But I didn't start sharing my stories until a little bit later in the seasons
Mhm.
where I was like, okay, here's the dating thing. Because for me, it felt like I was freshly single. So if I shared a dating story, they knew it was like the other day. And so I couldn't be like, yeah, I went on a date with this guy, then I was fucking with this guy, and then I did like that made me feel like a hoe. Like I was
Mhm.
like, because
Mhm.
it's
Well, because we're women and
different.
we're judged
Yeah,
differently.
yeah. So
Like
the
if I say, I mean, we've seen it with celebrity women,
hmm
right? If a woman has dated 6 guys in 2
hmm
years, oh, she ran through, she didn't fuck with, and I'm
right.
like, you do realize that don't mean that she was sleeping with all of
That part,
them?
that part. The one that gets me is always when they talk about Erica Badu and how she got kids by all these different people, and I
Mhm.
said, "You do know she was in committed relationships with every single person she had a kid with, right? Like a
Exactly.
very committed relationship.
Exactly.
Like, that's not the same." And I was like, "But no one talks about all the dust bunnies that y'all run through on a regular basis
Listen,
that don't
because
got
most dudes I
nothing?"
know don't even have a count of how many that they've
It's
been with.
just
And
it
and
just
we and
stops
we we'll
scrolling.
be calling y'all run through, and
Mm,
you get a 40-year-old woman
facts.
that's been with 6 people in her life. She ran through. What?
Listen,
What?
listen.
Like, what you mean? That's like barely won a decade. Like, what are you
Right. I said, even after my divorce, my number was so low. I was like, man, I still am okay.
Yeah, like, what is
Like,
happening
we
right now?
good. Right.
God dang. So I wanted to, but before we, kind of wrap this
Uh-huh.
situation up, if you could give maybe 3 pieces of advice,
Mm.
to those of us that are out there dating, men or women,
Mm-hmm.
old, young, whatever, what would they be?
Ooh, the first one is a lot of self-reflection. I say the thing that has helped me the most was that I realized the correlation for the types of people I was dating and why it wasn't working out. And I stopped saying it was them. It was like a me thing, right? Like, and I
Mhm.
realized the pieces of me that was looking for certain aspects of things in people was what I was attracting. And so I really had to like kind of dial it back a little bit and figure out what is it that in me that I'm trying to piece together in a partner. And if that's the case, why am I picking these people if it's not working out? So I had to really do some like reflection, healing on myself, be
Mhm.
accountable for the people that I'm picking because we hate generalizations, right? So they'd be like, all women do this and all women. I said, no, that's who you come in contact with. That's
Mhm.
the women that you choose. And they'd be like, no, that's every single person. Again, that's who you choose. Why are you choosing those people if they're so trash? What is it about you that's making these people be attractive to you or attracted to you? Once you figure that out, you kind of weed out the people that ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's men and women. Um, so the first part is self-reflection. The other part is clear communication off top. Like I'm very clear. I was very clear. Like if we don't discuss being in a relationship, we are not in one. And I don't have any expectations of you to cut everybody off or me to cut everybody off if we haven't had that conversation. When it gets to a point where we feel like we want to have that conversation, let's have it. I don't like doing the, oh, you should just know, or we're vibing. I don't do that. Like, I definitely cut somebody off who was like, you should know. I don't know. That's why I asked. And since you don't know how to tell me, move on. Like, we're good. So very clear communication about where you're at and your status in the relationship. And the third piece would still be communication, but it would be communication about your expectations in a relationship. Like, what it is that you're looking for. Sexual expectations are huge that people do not talk about before entering a relationship. Like, and that's one of the biggest things that lead people to cheat is like sex expectations and money. So you have to have those conversations before you enter in a relationship so that you know what you're getting into, you know what you're capable of, you know what the person's capable of giving you, and whether or not it's things that you can work on or things that, are deal breakers. You're like, you know what, that's not going to work out for me. So I would say knowing yourself and accountability, self-reflection, communication about your status, and then communication about your expectations.
I love it. I hope y'all wrote that down. Okay. If I had to leave anything with the people, I would first say, understand that you cannot depend on someone else to make you happy. And I had to learn that lesson the hard way. Like, I got with somebody and I was like, yes, this is it. I'm finally happy. And I wasn't. Like, I was happy with that person, but internally, I still had some things going on. And eventually, those things started to come out.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until after where it was like, okay, I couldn't depend on him to make me happy. I got to be whole and happy before I get with somebody else. So, definitely making sure before you enter into anything committed like that, that you're good, whether that's counseling, whether that's religion, whether that's self-reflection, whatever it is you need to do, make sure that you're good. I would also say, before you get into a relationship, be cool with being by yourself.
Facts.
Be cool with being alone. Like, there is a joy in not having to be concerned with anybody else. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you'll appreciate it when you do get into a relationship. You would have, so you won't be in a relationship and continuously, always craving that alone time. You should still have alone time when you're in a relationship.
Facts.
But you've kind of been there, done that type of thing.
Yeah.
And lastly, I would say, I definitely would say, I don't want to piggyback on communication, but I guess I got to drive that point home.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. You have autonomy over yourself. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. If you don't like a person, if y'all were hanging out and dating and you decide that this is not what you want to do, we ain't getting no younger, so you ain't got time to be wasting 6, 7, 8, 9 months on somebody that you're not feeling. Let that person know so they can go and find that person and you can go and find yours, right? You don't have to be with anybody you don't want to be with. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do or are not ready for. And you shouldn't have to feel pressure from society and family and everybody else to get into a relationship, because I got into a relationship because it was like everybody else is getting married, or the old ladies from the church. When you gon'
when you gonna bring a nice man to church with you?
Yeah, when you gonna get married? Your brother married. When you going? I was like, we ain't talking about my brother,
right?
Okay? We talking about me. And it's like, so do you want me to go out here and marry a
like
rando?
Bertha, are you happily married?
Exactly. I'm like, you and Mr. Earl ain't slept in the same bed in 20 years.
That part.
But no, but don't subscribe to that. Do it when the time is right.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say.
Absolutely.
From my humble opinion, and I'm also single, so take that advice and do with it what you will.
In other words, write that down, fellas, and understand that you got to come prepared when you come to date her, okay? But she is taking applications.
Yes.
I will help review these applications.
Coffee dates, bruh, and you don't have to spend $1 billion on a date. Like, you don't let that hinder you.
That part.
Okay. So that's all I got. Ain't got no more.
I love it. Well, y'all can find me. I'll be at Leigh LaRie on all social media platforms, Dirty Roses Podcast on all platforms, and dirtyrosespodcast.com. I would love to have you on the show at some point so we can continue this conversation because I think we have more to talk about.
I think we do. Like, we could have done this all afternoon.
Oh, we sure could have.
Lord help if we had some wine, Lord Jesus.
Uh-oh, it would have been a whole different story. Melanin 360 after dark.
You know what? Let me write that down. That sounds like that might be.
Bitch, let me tell you about that one.
That might be good. But listen, y'all, thank you for tuning in as usual and all the support that you all have given me over my last several seasons. As usual, you know, you can find me on Instagram at the Melanin 360 Podcast, on TikTok at _Melanin 360. Y'all, I've been on TikTok. I be doing little videos and stuff now. You can also check out the website, melanin-360.com. I have some new merch over there. So definitely come check me out. If you need help starting your podcast, I do podcast consultations. So hit me up on there and let's sit down and let's have a chat. Let's talk about it. And that's all I got. So I will see y'all next episode. Peace.